Hegel. I mean, not to get into just intellectual history here, but I think it's actually important. Hegel's one-line criticism of Kant, I think, is devastating, and that is Kant is like the young boy that refuses to go into the water until he's learned how to swim.
Swim. Yeah, yeah.
And and I mean to bring us back, I mean, so how do you learn how to swim? It's by jumping in. I mean, so there's the leap there. That really is kind of the precondition for the very operation of reason and so forth.
Okay, but here's the thing. Yeah, but you don't leap off a 300-foot cliff into
Yeah.
the water, right?
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
Right? So there is virtue and virtuosity even
Yeah.
in the leaping that is going to constitute your
Yeah.
pursuit of virtue, right?
This is one of the reasons why I tend myself very rarely to use the word leap,
Mhm.
because I think it overly dramatizes the point, and I think
Ah,
it can build into it a little too much of a kind of fragmentation. But let me clarify by making another point. It seems to me this is something that I've learned from Hans von Balthasar, especially, and his notion of the what he calls the mother smile. What I would say is when we think of a leap, we think of something that's something that a fully grown adult does. You know,
right, right.
that it's something you've been walking around for a while. And at a certain point, you're able to climb up onto the 300-foot cliff and make the jump if
Yeah.
you dare. But I think what's really crucial and contextualizes all of that is if you recognize that before we actually make a leap, we're carried over.
Yes, yes, yes.
We
yeah.
are brought. We're actually brought into this deeper reality by another person who is caring for us.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that's really crucial, because that shows that you always already have entrusted yourself to another from the very beginning.
Yes.
And so the leap isn't something that you work up a sweat kind of preparing yourself to make it one moment during your
Excellent,
life. In a way,
excellent.
every step that you make in walking, it's a kind of you're falling forward.
Right.
You're
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
we don't experience that as some
yeah.
great drama. We experience that as the act of walking.
Yes. No,
And
I,
and
yeah.
and I think this kind of ecstatic nature of these various things, it has something like that. There are dramatic moments, and so those things are crucially important, but that's not the whole. There's a kind of analogy to the drama that's built into every moment of our lives that and in fact allows us to experience the drama properly.
I agree with that. The leap language again is perhaps I guess there's a pun here, precipitous, yeah, and this reminds me of the friendly debate between L.A. Paul about transformative experience and Agnes Callard about aspiration, and to me they're emphasizing poles on a continuum of cognition between the highly insight pole and the highly incremental pole, and most of our cognition is toggling between that in all the time. And so I think your reformulation is proper. I sometimes try to pair aspiration and inspiration together. Whenever we're aspiring, we are always relying on the fact that we're also always being inspired in
Yeah.
some way.